I mean, I think there are certainly challenging elements on the record. I feel that at the core of every record we make, these are songs that are, for the most part, fairly simple, and and each song deals with a fairly obvious kind of perspective. And I think that the palette of sounds that we may choose to use from record to record will change, but I think the core of the songwriting tends to be pretty similar. I mean, I write the majority of the songs on a acoustic guitar, on a piano, and we build them from there. I feel the lyrics I wanted to write a little more directly. I wanted to use less words. I wanted to be a little more self-referential than I have in the past, to cross-reference some of the things that happened in songs, on older songs. And so, I think with every record, I think that there is a little bit of experimentation, and we're kind of drifting off into a different territory. But at the core of every record, I feel this band is very recognizable.
Yeah, it's like we had just we have a new pair of shoes on this time. Like we're not going to just keep wearing the same outfit every single day. So
and I feel that there are definitely different, throughout now that we've been a band for almost 15 years, I feel there are certain kind of eras of the band that are defined by particular kind of sonic palettes, and each one of those kind of little mini eras is somebody's favorite. Some people like the early stuff, some people like the stuff in the middle, some people like Plans and Narrow Stair. It's like, so I think that because it's a new record and people have their favorites, I think that with any record that we make moving forward, I think that the fans usually tend to want a record that reminds them of their favorite era of the band.
Yeah.
And I think that there's less of that this time. This is one of the handful of songs over the years that Chris has brought in all the music for, and I have wrote melodies and written, right?
Yeah.
I've written melodies and lyrics for, and I don't know. I'm really fond of this song. Song is kind of based a little bit on a book by Hubert Selby Jr. called The Willow Tree, and I kind of, the very core of the song is kind of based in that story. But I also, as with many kind of things, as a writer, you tend to embellish them and put them in your own life. So somewhere between the storyline that Hubert Selby has written and somewhere and in my own life, the song weaves kind of between those two things.
I didn't even have a microphone near me.
Really?
It was all Ben talking.
No, I mean I didn't prepare any stories. I just kind of got up there and just riffed on stuff. And I think that because there are some songs that there are more of me in them that I'd really like to kind of share with people. I think that a lot of times I ended up telling stories around the songs, like in discussing Title and Registration. I didn't go into detail about that song as much as I did just talk about the car that I used to drive.
Okay.
That I found that photograph in, which was a Buick Trace 8 double aught. It was like a 3800.
Yeah, the Buick
it was
Regal.
a 92 Buick Regal. It was my grandma's car, and I talked all about driving that car around. So
drove it for years.
It was kind of fun to have these little kind of Tom Waitian kind of moments telling these long stories. But it was very counterintuitive because it's not something that I tend to do on stage. I find it rather self-indulgent when you go to see a show and the performer wants to tell you all about where the song came from. It's like, I don't care where the song came from. Just play the song.
Yeah.
But given the fact that this was the whole purpose of doing the show, it kind of made me feel okay about it. There are certainly festivals we enjoy more than others, which is one of the reasons we wanted to do Sasquatch. I mean, we've played them all, and Sasquatch is by far the best one.
Cool.
I mean, I feel that not only from a performer's perspective, but I think that I feel that it's the right amount of bands. It's a beautiful setting. You can make a weekend out of it, and you feel it's just such a beautiful place to go. I mean, the Gorge is incredible, and
Absolutely.
I think and they've been doing a really good job of putting together some really great lineups for it. So I mean, we were as much as we had a say in it, we were like, we would like to play Sasquatch if they'll have us.